Stardew Valley seems like the perfect game for me, and I've just never played it.
I don't know anything about it.
It's a long story short, a farming sim.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Harvest Moon, so I think I'd dig it.
See, and Harvest Moon is also one I never checked out, but
I liked Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon
it's
good.
definitely heavily inspired by.
that was also one that was always on my radar and never checked out.
I'll be alright as
hell?
long as there's light from a harvest moon. I had no idea where he was going with that for a second.
What in the world?
Okay,
Well, that's our stinger intro.
that's it. That's it. Just cut it right before that.
Hello, friends. This is David White, and you are listening to Sins of the Father.
I feel like I need to get a webcam. I think I've been out in the cold as this weird like pig snout for too long.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what it actually is. It looks like a pig snout.
it's a game controller.
No, it's a pig snout.
Yes, because Discord was made for gamers.
I thought it was a little alien.
It's a snout.
Oh, do you mean the Discord symbol? Yeah, I thought it was a face.
It's a game controller. It's because it's got the triggers on the top, the bottom part's the handles, and then the circles are actually the sticks.
Clearly, it's actually like some really sophisticated art. Because look at how we're all interpreting it.
No, it's because Discord was made by gamers for gamers. That's their little tagline.
It was made by pigs for gamers.
Pig core. All right.
It's spider ham. I was a pig, or I was a spider bitten by a radioactive ham.
All right, children.
Cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yabo is a man.
Yabo's a child.
I am no child.
He's probably the manliest child I've ever met. He's still a child.
I don't know how to do his voice except deep.
He just
Because
killed a
he
man.
came out of the womb a man.
Yabo just killed a man.
Put a spear into his chest.
Ricket's
That's it.
crying in his bed.
That's what happened.
Blah, blah, blah.
Cue theme song.
Cue theme song. Yes, excellent theme song. Thank you, Aaron Wharton.
Aaron Wharton. You know Aaron Wharton?
He does our theme song.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You can find more of his music at aaronwharton.net.
Yeah.
He has a .net. Dude, I haven't talked to Aaron in literally years.
Is that a blast from the past?
It really is.
All right.
Okay.
So we're on a pirate
Well-
ship.
So,
I'm on a boat and sorry.
No.
Ivalia has just been singing the song the entire time.
The first mate's name is T-Pain.
Headed down to Trinidad to see Sally Brown, boys.
He prefers Tappin,
Tappin'.
but everyone calls him
Tepid.
T-Pain.
He prefers tepid bathwaters.
Yes.
Oh boy. This is ridiculous. We've already made a botchery of this.
Yeah. But I expect nothing less from this group.
Fair. Once we get going, we stay going, so it's fine.
Yeah. So we fade back in from the previous journey to see the very illustrious Gilded Gorgon out on an open ocean, no land in sight in any direction. The camera pans down, and we see a very disgruntled Vartosh carrying a large bucket filled with some kind of sopping liquid.
As he walks by, I'm gonna grab it and yank it to me and also vomit into it. Oh! The ground moves too much.
I drop the bucket, run to the edge of the ship, and just void my bowels.
Making a little deposit.
Oh, and the bucket hits the ground and just splashes everywhere.
You
So
see,
there's that.
you hear shouts coming from the deck below. Whoa! As you watch some of this just putrid bile seep down through the cracks in the deck. And very quickly, a crew member comes running up to you, Vartosh,
God.
slamming a mop in your hands and shouting, "Clean it up!"
Must I?
Yabo inconspicuously but very conspicuously walks away.
Do I have to?
Isn't that your job, cabin boy?
Okay. He takes the mop and he just starts he's sulking and very, very deliberately just basically moving the mop back and forth, not actually making any progress.
So, Yabo, where do you go as you slink away?
Just to the front of the ship to just cradle my head in my hands and wallow in self-misery and pity.
Right, and the camera zooms out from Yabo, cradling himself, and we see it go up to the crow's nest where we see Evalia with a spyglass in both hands looking out over the ocean.
I thought you meant one in each hand. I was like, what?
Yeah, a spyglass in each hand. You see nothing in every direction looking through this spyglass.
Whole lot of nothing.
Rickett, where are you?
Well, I have a question. How long have we been aboard the Gilded Gorgon?
Yeah, it has been approximately, to the best of your knowledge, about a month. And Yabo's seasickness has not
Yabo.
eased up this entire time.
I think Rickett very quickly found the darkest, most secluded corner, preferably between two supply crates, and has kind of made that his nest. He has wedged himself in there with his spellbook almost like a fourth wall protecting him from the outside, and he's just sitting on the other side of his spellbook looking at it, and he just looks miserable. Just pale, green around the gills. His hair is very messy, and he's just he also has some bags under his eyes because ever since Harvell and the murder, he's been having nightmares, and he's just not sleeping very well at night.
Poor Rickett.
And he's just sniffling and shivering in the corner.
Has the hat been fixed?
No, and the hat just sits. He's not wearing it right now. He just has it set on one of the crates, which would very easily belie his position because it's this big old blue hat, and it is still very much so ripped at the top.
So as you're down here reading through your book, scribbling your notes, you hear the sound of heavy plodding footsteps start walking in your direction. You hear someone muttering under their breath, "I know I put them around here somewhere. Where are those oranges?" And you see walking past, or coming into view, is the very large, pot-bellied orc you've come to associate as being the cook of the crew. Thorgrim. He kind of just squints his eyes and looks over at you.
Hello, Mr. Thorgrim.
Sulking around again, I see.
Just trying to find some time to read.
You been stealing my oranges?
No, sir, never.
Do you know where they are?
I suppose I could help you look.
Kind of cracks a small smile. Excellent. You'll finally be of some use.
Oh, thank you.
So, Rickett, roll an investigation check.
Ricket's so good at investigating.
It's all the murder mystery novels he reads.
Damn it! Not when I roll like that. I rolled a 9.
I guess I should also roll for him. He rolled equally as poor. So, as you're both searching around, you open crate of spices. Over to the next crate. More spices. Open another crate. Apples? You're getting close. And then you just see an orange roll across the floor.
Oh, Captain Thorgrim,
And Rickett will kind of like chase after it to like pick it up. And then like the ship hits a wave and Rickett just eats it and kind of slides across listlessly, weakly, because he hasn't been eating very well, just slides across the floor.
Does he just lay there
Yeah.
in his own misery?
He just kind of groans.
You feel two very heavy hands kind of grip you on the shoulders, just hoisting you up onto your feet with zero effort. And then you have an orange just placed in your hands. Take this to the kitchen. We're gonna need it for tonight's meal.
of course. Thank you.
And then Rickett, kind of wobbly-legged, walks away. And in pure Rickett fashion, Wobbly walks in the wrong direction.
Start walking. Hey!
Huh?
It's the other way.
Oh, yes, of course.
How do you not know your way around the ship by now? There's only one way in and out. It's right over there.
Yes, sir.
And then he slowly makes his way up.
Is there anything anyone else is doing right now? Or just biding your time?
I mean, I'm mopping.
Yes, you have mopped, quote unquote,
Mostly.
the mess up for the most part.
Since there's really nothing to see, Yavalia is just up in the crow's nest playing her lute, and the sound just kind of drifts around the boat. Just a sort of jaunty, like sea shanty sort of song, but no words, just music.
Oh, we got some Black Flag tunes going now, boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's helping to keep everyone in high spirits, seeing as how there is nothing to do outside of keeping the ship on its course. So the music has helped boost morale. Everyone's having a generally good time. Some people excluded. The rest of your friends who are not having a good time at all.
So has Avalia been seasick at all? Or is she
don't
just
know
a
Avalia.
boss?
I'm gonna go with her just kind of being a boss. She just doesn't really get, like, it's just, you're one of those rare people, not me, but unlike the player who's playing her, I get very seasick. She just really doesn't affect her. I'm gonna go with that. Cool as a cucumber.
All right. So, much to your chagrin, Avalia seems unfazed for the most part on this desolate journey along the ocean.
She's probably loving it.
It's a lot different than what you're used to, Avalia. That salty sea air, birds constantly flying around, just the nice ambient ocean waves crashing around you. It's a lot different than the foresty grasslands you grew up in. So Yabo, are you just
yaboing around?
Yeah, are you just yaboing around, just clutching your head between your knees, trying not to throw up everywhere, or are you, it comes and goes?
I mean, it's pretty intense, but yeah, I'm a tough guy. I still make an attempt to walk around and be sociable. What's like? Let me just talk to one of the closest people, one of the deckhands, if you will.
You find Jimmy, one of the deckhands, just a normal human lad, just going about his business, doing his job.
Okay.
And you stop him.
Hello. Yes, I am Yabo. I am wondering if you know how much time is left on the voyage. I don't know how much more I can take.
You see him kind of like hold up his hands and start counting how many weeks you've been at sea, muttering to himself, probably like another month.
Is there some way we can make it go faster? Is there some god we can pray to for more wind?
I don't know about all that, but
You are a sailor. Who do you pray to for wind? I pray to the eagle for strength and for speed. Who do you pray to for wind?
we mainly just look up to the captain. He seems to know the headwinds best.
He is a shaman.
No, he's just the captain.
Is this what the boat calls a shaman? Let me speak to the captain. Maybe if I offer my prayers along with his, we can get
Off to the rail.
You just kind of hear in between your retches, I've got stuff to do, so have fun with your praying, I guess.
I turn around in between heaves. Pray to the captain! Please! Pray to the captain!
So, Ivalia and Vartosh, you've started to gather over this last month. Yabo is not one meant for the seas. Yeah. And he seems to be having a real tough time lately.
Indeed. I'm gonna say that I've been cleaning up after him a lot, and I am not liking Yabo right now.
This bucket incident has happened more times than it should.
Many more times.
Why doesn't he just get his own bucket?
Every time Yabo takes a bucket, it seems to disappear as if someone is taking it from him to use it for a job.
Yes. So as I'm on the deck, I hear him retching, and I quickly turn to make sure he's not retching on the boat. And I look and I see him leaned over the rail. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, God. Oh,
God. Turn around and use like one of the loose sails that are just rolled up on the deck. Kind of wipe my mouth.
Oh, gross.
Vartosh, those stains don't come out easy. You've gotten real used to cleaning the deck. Cleaning the sails.
Great.
And Yabo is the number one mess maker around here.
I love the zero responsibility. Does Yabo? Do I have a job on this voyage? Am I some sort of?
I think
lackey?
You guys are just hanging out.
You every now and then are enlisted by the boatswain to help with just manual labor, maintenance, repairing. They see that you're a hardy, brawn individual. So they have your help fixing things around the boat, lifting things and whatnot.
Lifting things.
Yeah. They use you
Only thing I'm good for
your strength.
Just a human forklift.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, you've got your cabin boy, your deck swabber, Vartosh. the assistant boatswain, Yabo. Evalia is more of... She's kind of in the first mate category. Most of what they have you doing is improving morale, supervising things when it's needed, encouragement, you know, the very charismatic tasks. And Rickett, whenever you are tracked down, you're usually enlisted by the quartermaster to just, you know, help with the logistics, keep track of the, you know, inventory of weapons, supplies, the ledgers, just general bookkeeping. They seem to have figured out what everyone is best at, outside of one individual.
I was gonna say.
So the, you know, days go by, nothing eventful is happening, and then more days go by. They just blur together at this point.
Drinking, vomiting, repeating.
Yeah.
Drinking, vomiting, lifting, repeating.
Nightmares, crying, reading, not sleeping.
Crippling
Repeating.
guilt.
Crippling.
Guilt over something he could not have saved anybody from.
Yeah.
Gagging, mopping, groaning, sulking. Repeat.
Oh, Evalia's doing pretty good. She's playing music, doing what she likes.
She's getting to do exactly what she wants. It's make, you know, perform, make a show, keep everyone's attention, have everyone lift their spirits, you know. Exactly what a bard would want. Later on, in the evening one night, dinner has been had. Everyone's kind of relaxing, getting ready for just the bare bones skeleton crew to take over while most people rest and whatnot. When you hear someone calling from the top deck, "We have a situation!" And you all, from wherever you are, Rickett included, as you're ushered up by the cook, who seems to have figured out this is where you are all the time. You come to the top, and as you step up, you see, as the sun is falling, there's this large, just thick mist rolling towards the ship ever so slowly.
Ominous.
Ominous. And as you guys are all just sitting there in suspense, everyone kind of, you know, securing the sails and whatnot, not sure of what's coming ahead, making sure navigation charts and everything are plotted, keeping the boat on course. You breach through the mist, and it seems to be a just oppressive, thickening fog with you only able to see about 10 feet in front of you.
It's real bad.
Rickett clutches the spellbook a little closer to his chest, and can he see any of his childhood compatriots?
I'd say you can all see each other. You came up onto the deck around the same time.
Is the captain on deck yet?
Captain was the one who actually called down.
Okay. Vartosh is gonna walk up to Captain Tyndall. What's going on?
Can't you see?
Yes, but what is it? What's the problem?
It's more of a just cautionary action. We need to make sure we're safe on our voyage, seeing as how we can't see very far out from the boat as of right now. Anything could be lurking in these fogs, these mists.
Is it known to contain creatures or something? You say it is lurking. What is lurking?
There are many strange occurrences that happen out here on the waters. It could be nothing, it could be something, who knows?
Does this boat have weapons?
Of course. Any self-respecting pirate would have their ship armed and ready at any time.
Should we be worried?
Oh, no, nothing to worry about. I'm sure we'll get through this just fine. And the boat continues, just slightly rocking on the ocean waves, and just this palpable sense of anticipation, worry, is just falling over the entire crew.
Rickett is kind of standing next to Ivalia.
This is reminiscent of sailing through the mists. It's the novel I read once, and one by one, the crew went missing and were replaced with skeletons. Oh dear.
Can Yabo just gives him a light smack on the back of the head.
No!
Do not speak of such things. You wish to bring evil upon us.
Rickett goes scrambling to pick up his floppy hat.
Yavalia shakes her head.
I don't think that's gonna happen. It's just mist. Just a fog. Nothing. No big deal, right?
I hope not. It feels ominous.
After the demon city that we have come from, you think that this fog is so innocent. And here we have this scrambling boy, talking of such evils in the fog.
What? There's nothing wrong with my city. Just calm down.
Yabo just stumbles off towards the stairs below deck, muttering about demons and fog and dumb boys.
Okay. So you have retreated below deck. The other three of you make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Rickett is not good at these, but he rolled much better. 15.
12.
I got a 13.
So it isn't hard to pick out of the silence. You hear this very soft, like, creaking of wood and the breaking of water against something before you see this very small boat, just a little lantern lit at the front of it, just drifting towards the side of the ship, and just boom, it's into it. Very softly.
Rickett reaches his hand out with his wand. And he says, "Lutiny!" and casts light on the tip of his wand to try to get a better view of what it is. And he says,
Hello? Are you lost?
No voice calls back to you as you cast this light spell, and you all look out, and you see it's an unmanned galley just brushed up against your ship now. You don't see any signs of crew members on the ship at all. It just seems empty.
We've all seen it now.
Yeah. You all saw it and like heard it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He lit it up, so now you all just have a clear view of it.
Gotcha. Captain Tyndall
kind of walks over and looks down at the boat. What do we got here?
It looks abandoned. I'm not sure.
It's a skeleton ship. There's skeletons on board.
I backhand him.
"Oh my god!"
Not super hard. Not super hard. Just pop.
Why are we all just smacking Rickett then?
I only have 11
Shut
hit
up.
points.
So that's why Rickett is so sad on the boat. Everyone just beats him.
every time he stutters, just smack.
He's a sweet boy. Y'all quit it.
There's nothing on the boat.
Captain Tyndall kind of snaps his fingers, and you see a couple of the crew members with boarding hooks throw them across over to the other ship, and they secure it onto the side of your ship. Captain Tyndall himself is the first one to step off of your ship and onto this ship. Immediately you hear, "Captain, away!" as he steps off and just seems to be investigating the other ship.
Should we go with him?
Vartosh jumps off immediately. Just jumps right over.
Yavalia follows.
Oh, no, that's not good. There are definitely skeletons aboard that.
Ricket tentatively climbs up on the railing of the ship and 2 foot just hop over to the other ship with the other 3 or the other 2. And I would assume he lands on the railing and slips and falls on his bum.
You can see there's nothing on the top of the ship. It is completely empty except for that small lit lantern that was on near the front of the ship.
And I do have my light spell still up on my wand.
Yes. So, Yabo, below deck, you heard this light thud of something hitting the side of the ship. And through the cannon holes, you see that one side of the ship is now, they're covered up. You can't see out the side of the ship in that direction.
I'm gonna go over there and not quite poke my head out, but get a little closer to the hole.
So as you do, you see a little bit of light streaming down the side, and it seems to be illuminating the side of another ship alongside the one you're currently on.
Nothing going on the ship.
You don't see anything. You just see this shining source of light kind of moving along the top of the ship, illuminating different sides of it as whatever's controlling this light is moving around.
Does this ship also have cannon holes?
It does.
How close are they?
You see that it'd be for Yabo and his size, it'd be kind of hard to squeeze your way through these cannon holes while maintaining your footing. But you could get from one ship to the other through the cannon holes if you wanted to.
That's one bad roll away from.
You guys on the top just hear bloop.
Can Yabo swim is the question.
Can Yabo swim? This is a good character question.
He doesn't wear armor, so
So he's not going to sink automatically, but can he
He got
swim?
them big old strong arms.
Is he more muscle than fat? Because muscle does sink.
he is more boastfulness than anything. So
Ah,
what
yes.
does that do?
Ah, yes, he is both.
So he's full of hot air, so he'll float just fine.
Should work out. Science checks out. Is it? If I look, okay, looking up from the hole, what else is going on?
If you look up, roll a perception check.
A perception.
Yes.
12.
So, as Ricket rights himself and stands up, you see the top of a very familiar pointy hat that isn't as pointy as it used to be. Just barely peeking up
On the other side, on the other ship.
on the other ship.
Alright, I'm jumping through the cannon hole.
Okay.
I can't believe we made it 3 episodes before my trademark look was destroyed.
I know.
Hey, you were there. You barely passed that last
You
test.
could have died. That would be better.
That would have really messed up my trademark look.
Just taking a fistful of damage.
Give me style or give me death.
Yes.
And you can always fix your hat.
It's true. If only I had the mending cantrip.
If only you had the mending cantrip.
Alright, what do you want, an athletics check?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take 20 on that.
20 minutes to prep.
So,
It's just psyching himself up. Alright, here we go. To fit in the cannon hole. Oh! A 19. 22.
Yabo, you have this. You kind of half your body squeeze out, and you get your foot placed on that on the other ship's cannon hole. And as you prop your other foot up, there's this split second of you can feel the ocean itself moving both of these ships at different intervals, and so the split second you go to throw up, and then you stop yourself and you just slink into the other ship. into a very dark lower deck.
Good thing, as a human, I have night vision.
Yes. Humans
Sure.
known for their dark vision.
Totally.
Such a nocturnal creature.
Is this the first D&D party where none of the party members have dark vision?
This is interesting, actually, yeah.
Can't see nut.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
It's interesting. Which means Jackson's going to make
Excellent.
things dark a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
no. But it'll just make the dark moments tenser.
So far, we've had 2 episodes in darkness, pretty much, so...
You guys went into the sewers.
I know.
I will not take the blame for you going into the sewers.
Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 4 of Sins of the Father. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jackson Chandler. We've got a couple things to announce. We have a new Patreon backer, Marlo, who you might recognize as the talented voice behind Evalia and the main editor of Sins of the Father. Thank you for your support, Marlo. I'd also like to give a personal shout out to one of our most devoted fans. On Twitter, they go by Sigma Nuggets. They have been spreading their joy from listening to our show and have shared the show with all of their friends and family. So, Sigma Nuggets, from all of us at Sins of the Father, we would like to say thank you. Don't forget that if you review our show on iTunes, simply copy your review and email it to us at misconceptionspod@gmail.com, and you'll receive a free Sins of the Father decal. Alright, let's get back to the episode. There's a little bit of light being filtered through from the upper deck, and you can see just basic cots, the usual crew quarters, but you don't see any people as you're walking around.
Okay, I'm gonna move stealthily.
Okay, so roll a stealth check. And what are you doing?
This is gonna be a 2-parter. All right.
Okay.
I don't have stealth pit. I've only got a +1. Okay, I'm going to try to move up deck.
So tense. So, if we go down below deck and we see Yabo in the dark, this is character knowledge. This is full player knowledge. Rickett will cast Firebolt on his ass.
Excellent.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
God.
Okay, so with my stealth check,
Yes.
I'm going to creep onto the top deck.
Okay. And what was the stealth check again? You said, I think, at 12? Or I'm crazy.
16.
16. Alright, so you very deftly start creeping up the stairs towards the top deck. Everyone roll a quick perception check to see if you see the skulking Yabo
16.
creeping up the deck.
I got an 18.
7.
Yes! As I'm coming up, if I notice anyone has noticed me that is not Rickett, I'm gonna give him the old lips, finger to the lips.
Okay. So, Evalia and Vartosh, you lock eyes with as you see just the head of Yabo start creeping up from the lower deck, and he just one finger to the mouth.
For the viewer at home, we both have incredulous.
Yeah,
looks
we're
on
like,
our faces.
how is he here? What is happening?
And Rickett
Okay.
is just is frantically looking around this haunted ass ship with the light spell in front of him and baggy eyes, just panicking.
Okay, and then I creep up to Rickett and smack him on the back of the head again and say, "You just see a ship come out of the fog and you jump on it without a second thought. Foolish boy."
Rickett just jumps and the spell book goes flying, the wand goes flying, the hat goes flying off, and he just falls face first on the ground, or on the deck.
It's a skeleton!
No, it's not.
Yabo is much too strong to be a skeleton,
It's a skeleton that sounds exactly like Yabo.
and it's much more handsome.
It's not a skeleton. It's an idiot.
Oh.
I just ignore Lizard Boy and grab Rickett, set him back on his feet, hand him his spell book,
Thank you.
tussle his hair.
Ah, Rickett. You see your friend Yabo.
Oh, excuse me.
I go pick up my hat, and then I walk to go pick up my wand.
Yabo has been below decks. There's nobody on this boat, I am thinking.
What are you doing just skulking around on this boat like that? Somebody could have seen you and tried to kill you.
Nobody can kill Yabo.
Oh, you're so full of it.
Most people cannot kill Yabo. Some people can't kill Yabo. Yabo would not have died.
Whatever. Just join the party.
I don't suppose somebody has brought a torch. It is very dark.
That one has his light spell. We don't need torches. That's fine.
Come on then. Clap Rickett on the back and start guiding him over to the stairs.
Rickett, as you look down with your
Tyndall
wand. Well, yeah, he's just, making his way around the front deck, like, kind of inspecting, looking for any kind of tracks or anything.
Does he have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does. Rickett, as Yabo ushers you over to this just pitch black staircase leading into the dark abyss.
Rickett is resisting with every step, but Yabo is much stronger.
Rickett, roll a will. What is it?
A wisdom?
A wisdom save. I was gonna say willpower.
That's not a thing.
That is a 17
That's not a-
plus 2, so a 19.
Okay, so
wow, that's not bad.
Rickett doesn't run away terrified,
Panic.
but he is actively fighting you, Yabo, as you continue to just very easily push him towards the staircase.
Rickett, get up, stop it.
I don't.
Make the light.
I really don't want
Make the light.
I'm already making a light, but
I pick him up and hold him like a torpedo and use him as a flashlight.
Give me an athletics check. Oh my gosh. Rickett, are you just gonna let this happen?
I think Rickett is actually comforted by somebody holding him right now.
Okay.
A 17.
You just heft up this emaciated little wizard boy.
Yeah, before this voyage, I weighed 90 pounds. Who knows what I weigh now?
Sweet little boy.
And you just start to use him as a personal flashlight, pointing him where you're trying to see.
Man, dark vision's so
I
overrated.
guess you could call him a fleshlight.
Oh, no. No.
And there it is.
No.
And there
I
it
was gonna
is.
make the joke, but I was trying to be PG.
We just
I
became
was-
PG-13.
I was waiting for it. Someone was gonna say it.
Okay.
Of course it's me.
There go the fanfic writers.
He's a child, you horrible people.
as Yabo's rippling muscles
Oh,
pick up the slight frame
Oh,
of Ricket.
Clutching him close.
I don't like it.
No.
He feels this comforting embrace.
Oh no! Our first ship! Our first
And I
ship!
whisper into his ear, Ricket, make the light again.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I am discomfort.
Boom, you have a flashlight, Ricket, as you descend down
Alright,
the staircase.
I'm going down.
Ricket, you see everywhere you're pointing, that's the only place you can really see in this room. So as soon as you are turned away from something, it is just pitch black abyss again. As Yabo is just turning and just looking everywhere with the room. Is there anything specific you're looking for, Yabo?
I guess nothing in particular, just anything out of the ordinary. Signs of life. Signs of extraterrestrial life. Signs of
okay.
sub-abyss life.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say make an investigation check with advantage due to your
For my
Ricket,
flashlight?
your Ricket flashlight.
Dudes, I'm rolling really good. All right, I might have a negative on investigation though. Is a 9 a negative, or does it need to be an 8 to be negative?
That
It's
is
a
a
neg
negative one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
Okay. So with just the little mutterings and comments from Ricket, you see on this lower deck you have found different like scuff marks and scratches in the wood itself, as if there was a struggle here at some point. But you don't see any signs of blood or bodies.
It's got skeletal claw marks.
Not everything is a skeleton, Ricket.
No, just on this ship.
Use your head.
I'm going to realize just how dark it is. I'm going to strike my hooded lantern and light up the rear.
Okay. There is more light now. Made the Ricket flashlight useless.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna place Ricket in a hammock and leave him there.
Ricket quickly climbs out.
The skeleton hammock? Not today.
Not today, skeletons.
Didn't you know it was a smothering rug used as a hammock?
Oh,
Oh god.
And by the way, I totally want to see fan art of Yabo carrying around
Yes.
a Ricket
It
flashlight.
sounds amazing.
I wish I could draw like at all.
Yeah.
Even just a little bit.
That'd be great.
So you keep making your way around this lower deck, not finding anything. Like, all the supplies are there, untouched.
Anything of value?
Depends on how you define value. There's a number of spices.
Shiny?
Shiny, let's see. Let me roll some dice for you. What is everyone else doing as Yabo looks for shinies?
I'm also looking for shinies.
Okay.
I like shinies.
Also food.
There are like food storages.
Like higher quality food than what we've been eating.
It is almost identical to what you guys are carrying. Just various catch-all spices, fruits,
Salted meat.
salted meat.
Yeah. Yabo pulls out a cinnamon stick, gnaws on it. Yeah. Throws it down.
It's a demon stick.
That is the worst jerky I have ever had.
Ricket is staying very close to the group and is like shining his light over on this side, and then he like thinks he hears a noise over here and flings a light over here, and then he swears there's a sound behind him, and he turns around and finds the light in that way.
Peeking around, Vartosh and Yabo. What is Yuvalia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go inspect the like scratch marks and stuff.
Okay.
See if I can determine anything from them.
Perhaps they were inflicted by cloven hooves.
Give me a
Skeleton hooves.
nature check.
Nature.
Nature.
They are cloven hooves.
18.
I was like, an 8? Okay, 18. Yes. You can tell that these weren't made using any kind of weaponry or something. They seem to be more natural, like deep claw gouge marks. And then the scuff marks seem to have come from, like, boots, heavy footfall, that kind of stuff. So, Vartosh and Yabo, you both find these small little pouches of what you would assume look to be coin purses.
Let me just take a little peek.
What we got?
Peek it open. You see coin. You see the shimmering of the light kind of on the coin. Yabo.
I go to reach my hand in, but right before I do, I stop and I sniff it.
You stop and you sniff. It's a very metallic smell.
I give a grunt and a nod of approval and reach my hand in.
So you reach into your bag. Vartosh, you also found a very similar sized bag stowed in a different crate. You both open and... Yabo, you find 13 gold pieces in the bag.
Is mine Electrum?
I'll take it. I actually have currency.
Oh my
now.
god, Yabo has money.
You have money. Yabo is the richest man in the village.
Pretty much.
And Vartosh, you find, since you want it so badly, 18 pieces of Electrum.
I can hear David going, ugh.
Why would you put this awful currency in this game?
Yabo reaches over and sticks a finger into his bag and tries to peek in. What did you get?
It's just some it's Electrum.
Is it beans?
No, it's Electrum. It's one of the rarest currencies there is.
It's the most useless currency.
Shh.
You got change for an Electrum?
Is it better than this? And I show him one of my gold ones.
My eye gleams. Like you see a sparkle, like an actual anime sparkle. It's worth more but harder to trade with.
Perhaps you would like to trade for this one.
I mean, sure.
Okay. And I just stick it out in front of me, arm
Are
outstretched.
you trading the bag or one?
One gold piece.
Okay. I will make this trade. Okay.
There's actually an EP on my character sheet.
Yeah,
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
it's actually a thing for this weird middle currency.
I trade you one Electrum for one gold piece.
Seeing how it's in between silver and gold, I think I've come out behind in this trade.
Yeah.
But Yabo doesn't know that.
Exactly.
Yes.
That was the point. Okay.
So while this little exchange of currencies is happening, Ivalia and Ricket, give me a perception check.
God. It was a 20. Now it is a 9.
Oh.
15.
You have a negative 11 in perception?
Surely not.
No.
You said 15?
Yeah.
He's actually just an ooze with one wisdom.
He has no eyes. He has no ears.
So, Ivalia, you notice the distinct lack of sound. There was still, just in the back of your mind, you heard the other crew members kind of going about their business, talking to each other, and the creaking of the boats and stuff on the crashing waves. But you don't hear any of that. It's very quiet.
Huh?
Vartosh, not around other people.
Ivalia looks around.
Did it get really quiet in here to you guys?
What? It is unusually quiet.
I'm gonna take my axe handle and just kind of pound it against the like a wooden support beam or something. Just thud it.
Ricket jumps.
Does it sound normal?
Yeah. It sounds normal. As Ricket, you jump and turn and just see Yavo just banging his axe on the side of a wooden pole.
Is there another like deck, like a cargo hold or something beneath us, or is this as low as it goes?
This is as low as it goes. This was a smaller ship than the one you guys have been riding on.
Is there a proper captain's quarters?
There is not. No.
Have we thoroughly explored this whole cargo hold? Like, have we gone to every corner of it?
Yes. With your investigations and your perceptions
Okay.
and whatnot, you have.
Found some shitty jerky, some electrum.
You came out a richer man than you were before, Yabo.
That's right.
I am a master tradesman.
Yeah.
Merchanting is in my blood.
Maybe we should go back to the Gilded Gorgon now.
What do we do with this ship?
We should probably see what Captain Tyndall is doing.
We should probably set it on fire.
What?
We would not want it falling into our enemies' hands.
Who's our enemies?
It's an abandoned
I
ship.
don't know, Ricket. Skeletons or something?
The skeletons.
Not you two. Come on.
We don't know what is in the mist. There could be skeletons, it could be demons, all matter of things. We don't want them to get the boat, so
According to you, everything is a demon. I'm a demon according to you.
Well, but you're just a particularly well-behaved demon. And quite good at swabbing the dicks, I might add.
I mean, somebody has to be with you making a mess of everything.
Yabo has his strengths, and Yabo has his weaknesses.
While they're arguing, what were you saying, Jackson?
So, Ricket, all this talk of skeletons from Yavo now as well.
Mhm.
You stop and you have that thought. Inside each of you is a skeleton.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Just waiting to get out and do spooks.
Just waiting to get out and murder all your friends.
Can't wait till I die and decay and then get reanimated as a skeleton.
The weak little brittle-boned skeleton of Ricket.
Ricket is going to very slowly, like stepping backwards, start making his way over to the stairs to go back up to the top deck. Or the main
Okay.
deck.
Yep. So you just make your way over there. Are the rest of y'all following?
Yeah, is there like a torch or anything, like maybe something that would be used to light these cannons or anything like that?
There are some laying around, yes.
I'm gonna grab one.
Okay.
Just grabbing it.
Okay.
It's not lit, right? It's just a torch.
It is not lit,
okay.
no. As he just starts running over to all of the cannons and just hitting it.
What do you need that for?
Yeah, you know.
I think I do, and I don't like it.
But it's just a precaution.
Guys, whatever made the marks on these walls had claws. I wonder if it's still on the ship hiding somewhere.
Then perhaps we should burn the
I
ship.
think we need to find Captain Lionheart.
Alright, let's go find El Capitan. I'm keeping my torch.
Okay, yeah.
Your
Yeah,
unlit
you
torch.
have that torch now. Who's leading the party?
Oh,
Is it Ricket?
Ricket is the first on deck.
Okay. So, Ricket, you pop up onto the deck, and then the other three follow soon enough. And looking around, you see a number of things. The captain's gone.
Oh shit.
The mist seems to also be gone. Instead, it's just pitch black in every direction. Not even moonlight around you.
Is the Gilded Gorgon not there anymore?
It's gone.
You look, And it's not there either.
Oh dear, 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 oh dear.
Ricket! What has happened? Where is everyone?
I don't know.
As you all are curiously looking around, you see in this pitch black that's only lit up seemingly by the lantern Vartosh is holding, and I'm assuming Ricket's light spell.
Oh yeah, that's not going away.
Those are the two sources of light. You see, it catches your attention. Off in the dark, you see this small little just blip of a bluish green light. And then you see another one, blip, up in the sky. Just multiple. They just start coming in faster and faster. These blue orbs. And as you're looking at them, you start to focus on them, and you see these aren't orbs of just light. As you see the pupils dilate.
No.
I lean over to Ricket and I say very quietly, Ricket, I think this might be worse than skeletons.
And then, as you say that, in the middle of all of these small little eyes, you just see this one monstrous eye just boom, and open.
How far away is it?
You can't quite judge the distance, but you can tell this, whatever it is massive. As you all are in the middle of the boat, standing there, looking up at this thing, you hear just this thunderous crash as you turn around and just this massive just tentacle has landed across the back of the ship. And then you see from the front of the ship another one breaches through the water's surface and slams across the other end of the ship. And you hear this low growling voice.
You reek of the mark.
What? What?
Who said that?
What?
Yabo, it seems to be coming from all around you.
Spinning around in a circle.
Just this echoing, reverberating voice.
Shield equipped, axe in hand, spinning around, panicked. Show yourself!
Their stench is all over you.
Whose stench? What are you talking about?
The ones who imprisoned me here.
Ricket, I do not like this trick. You must stop now, please.
This is not me. This is not me.
Ricket, enough. Turn it off.
As you're having this argument, you hear just this growl as you see, and the creaking and twisting of wood and just cracking. As you see bits of the boat starting to splinter as the tentacles tighten.
I'ma go swing at one of them tentacles.
I think we should leave.
So you run up and swing at it. Roll the hit.
22. I have not rolled under like 15, by the way, in a while.
Yeah. You make purchase with your axe.
Does it look like it cares?
As you do this, you see just this thick, viscous ichor just oozing out of the small cut you've made.
Yank my axe out of there.
There's a nice slurp.
Ugh. Great sound effect. Slurp.
What is everyone else doing?
Pray tell, you wondrous sea monster god thing, who imprisoned you, and where is the here of your imprisonment?
While that's going on, I'm just in the background, just hacking away at this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just you see, like the camera is focused on Rickett, stammering out his question, and in the background, just furiously swinging his axe as Yavo. And the voice bellows out.
Their blood runs through your veins.
I think it's time to go, guys. We need to
Pretty
go.
sure he's talking about our dads.
It doesn't matter what he's talking about. We need to leave.
But this is a clue. I mean, he obviously wants to kill us, but where are we gonna go?
I hope you know how to swim. I run to the edge and jump off.
So as Bartosz is running towards the edge, you hear the voice just roaring out.
I will extinguish your light before it becomes a problem.
And you hear just the cracking and exploding of wood as it tenses up and is twisted before the entire ship rips in half, thrusting everyone into the water itself. Ah! And everyone, let's see.
Could I
Yes, Rickett.
could I cast Featherfall in this instance on everybody?
Ah, yes.
Okay, so like as the floorboards disappear beneath us, Rickett waves his wand in front of his face and screams, "Nos movindum!" And all around the four of us, these three little feathers appear, three little spectral feathers, and they're just kind of rotating, and they have this little bluish glow around them, and we all just kind of slowly float down to the water surface.
You just bloop, touch down on the water surface. You all seem to be able to almost stand on the water. As you see that just immense blackness outside of the multiple eyes dotting the sky itself. Beams of light begin to peer out as you see the creature itself begins to unfurl itself from around your boat. And you see that thick mist has started to seep back in, and just the rushing of water comes tumbling over you as you look and you see, in a very similar method to the ship you were on, the Gilded Gorgon, you see half of it sitting out of the water. As a just immense storm has kicked up. Just thundering waves are crashing around, tossing all of you. And the wind has picked up. You are in the middle of a storm. Everyone roll a Constitution save.
Oh no!
Oh yes, Rickett.
Oh, guys, I rolled a 1.
Oh
so
no!
did I.
Oh no!
No. I rolled a 7.
I was rolling so good.
What was
15
it?
over here.
15. So, as you all are being just tossed around on these waves, trying to stay afloat, Rickett, Yabo, Bartosz, you're not used to the seafaring life. You've been very fatigued, very exhausted lately, and you're just not able to keep your head above the water as you keep getting thrust underwater, up into the open air, under the water. Avalia, you are managing your own. The fatigue is starting to set in, but you're not quite there. As you see one by one tossed around, trying to keep watch over all of your friends, you see them all one at a time go limp as they're struggling, as the exhaustion seems to have taken over each one of them, just being tossed around in this storm. Before, roll another Constitution save.
Oh, 6.
Yeah. You two, you try as you might, are keeping your head above water, and then you get pulled under the water, and as you're struggling to get back to the surface, You just can't quite make it there. Your vision starts to blur. You're choking at the water filling your lungs, and your vision goes black, just like all of your friends.
Oh no.
End of episode.
Oh, snap.
Dang.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Next episode will be released on February 3rd. Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Sins of the Pod. If you need to contact us, we have an email, misconceptionspod@gmail.com. All of us here at Sins of the Father would appreciate it if y'all would share our show with people you think would enjoy it and review us on iTunes. If you're feeling especially generous, we do have a Patreon page where you can help fund the production for Sins of the Father. Sins of the Father is an actual play podcast using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition role-playing game by Wizards of the Coast. The Sins of the Father theme song was composed by Aaron Wharton. You can find more of his work at aaronwharton.net. Sins of the Father is a part of the Misconceptions Podcast Network. That about covers it for this episode, y'all. And as always, keep rolling crits.
It's canon. It's
It's
like
canon.
those armadillos being forcibly pushed out of
armadillos.
I was hoping that whenever you said Yabo crawled over to the side, you would say, and there's just these balled up armadillos.